Welcome. I'm standing here on the banks of the mighty Luangwa River, and across from the river there is South Luangwa National Park. Now join me here as I go on safari, and I'll be staying at Croc Valley Camp, a beautiful rustic camp here on the borders of South Luangwa National Park. Now I'll be going on a game drive, and after the game drive I'm just going to be exploring the camp and see what we can find and just enjoy the sights. What a completely genuine morning. The sunrise over the river is just, well, stuff of dreams actually. But I'm just standing under the trees here in the car park watching the monkeys play. It's still pretty dark, and I'm about to catch my drive into the park, and we'll see what we can find there in the beautiful South Luangwa National Park. And let's go. Before we got to the main gate, we encountered a number of giraffe crossing a dried floodplain. These are not your everyday giraffe. These are endemic giraffe and are unique to the Luangwa Valley and Zambia as a whole. We stopped on the bridge after entering the main gate and enjoyed the sunrise. Another firm favourite to see in the bush is the warthog. The warthog moisturizes itself with Luangwa black cotton soil for that rugged Luangwa Valley look. From the water that is still left away from the river itself, you will find a variety of life. This includes the waterbuck. The waterbuck is characterized by the white ring on the rear and their shaggy coat. They are always found near fresh water and can be found in medium-sized herds. The sacred ibis can be seen feeding around the water, using its long beak to prod in the water for food. In the Luangwa Valley, I see lots of saddle-billed storks. They must really enjoy this amazing habitat. A blacksmith lapwing can be seen hunting for insects near the water's edge. Little beetles are some of the cutest birds around. They are always perched and ready to catch any passerby insect. The African hoopoe, they mainly feed on the ground, and when disturbed will raise their crest and find a perch close by. The guide points out that there was a buffalo kill made by lions the previous nights, and you could see the hyena feasted and was enjoying tall grass nearby the den. The black-haired heron. They are nearly as large as the grey heron and are found commonly in sub-Saharan Africa. Another delight found here in the Luangwa Valley is the crochet zebra. They lack the shadow stripe of the plain zebra and have narrower stripes. They can only be found in eastern Zambia, Malawi, northern Mozambique and southern Tanzania. The guide is now leading us towards the buffalo kill, and it was highlighted by the fact that there were several hundred vultures about. This is one of the larger vultures, the white-backed vulture. They can be seen in large numbers. They mainly dominate the kill after the bigger animals has had their share. These guys are well fed, and as you can see, there is not much left. It's also common to find the grandfather of all birds lurking, the marabou stork, waiting for their share. And of course, when there's only bone left, the smaller hooded vulture joins in. It always turns into a battleground for those who enjoy the scavenge. Imagine a park where there are no impalas. The park would be completely empty. These truly special and well-adapted antelope can be found in large herds, usually guarded by a dominant male. When the jackalberry fruits have ripened, the skies become loud with the noise of the meave starling. Life is easier now when there are still pools of water around. Of course, they call the Luangwa the Valley of the Leopard. Leopard encounters here are some of the best. Even for me, my greatest sightings of the leopard have been in South Luangwa National Park. This sighting is a blessing. This leopard was extremely relaxed and allowed us to follow her for a while. She took post by some vegetation and observed some water buck in the distance. She looked ready to hunt. After a while, she walked gently past all the vehicles and disappeared into the thick vegetation. Wow, so much activity here this morning. Right in front of Croc Valley Camp. The elephants, as you can see, they have just decided to cross the Luangwa River. Just so nice to watch them coming through the water. The elephants have decided to cross quite close to me here. They're making their way up, so I'm just going to move myself. So yeah, you don't always need to go on a game drive when you're at Croc Valley Camp. As you can see, got some beautiful elephants. Looks like a group of females with some youngsters. They've decided to cross here, right by me, which is lovely. So yeah, as I wanted to say, I've had a lovely game live this morning, and I'm here at Croc Valley Camp to do a bit of walk around camp and just show you around. Of course, do some birding, but it was just so good to catch these elephants at the right moment. And I was just standing in the safari tent here, I'm sure these elephants are going to be around for the day. They're still just hanging around in the bushes behind me here. What a lovely, lovely experience. A dark bulbul, always making noise and enjoying the river view. Commonly found along the river's edge, you'll find African pied wagtails. A little beats are also enjoying the river's edge, waiting for any insects to pass by. So there's a big male bull elephant just behind me, under the trees there, eating some leaves of the anna thorn, or the winter thorn. And I'm just going to make my way to a safe position. There's also an elephant in front of me here. Yeah, I'm a bit surrounded at the moment, and the birds are just chirping away. But wow, elephants in camp are always such a joy, but just be careful. Keep your distance. Make sure that they're happy. Whoa! He just broke off a big branch. See, there's one coming now. Just walking gently in the path. Adventures with elephants. Just look at that view of the Luangwa River. The sweet little blue waxbills are always feeding around a thicket where they can quickly evade danger. And sometimes found nearby the blue waxbills, you'll find the red-billed firefinches. They are also a seed eater. And of course this is the GMA side, the game management area, and across. Just checking out that elephant, and across from here is a national park, South Luangwa National Park. There are no fences here, so the animals do move freely, and that's what makes it so special. You get to have these close encounters with game whilst just relaxing at camp. And again, there's another elephant just there, right behind these tents. And as I can show you, this is how close you are to the Luangwa River. You are so close to the South Luangwa River. If it was a bit deeper and you took all the crocs and hippos away, you could do like a little Olympic dive into the river there and have a swim. But of course, that's a bit dangerous because there's a lot of hippo and croc in this river. One very busy little bird, the greyback Camaroptera. Always bopping across the river, the pied kingfishers can be seen changing fishing sites. The colourful white-fronted bee-eaters always brings joy to the eyes and ears with their unique call and plumage. The yellow-bellied greenbill, with their camouflage coloration, can make them difficult to spot in thick vegetation, but their call always gives them away. I was lucky enough to get a clear view on this beautiful bird. Now camping at Croc is also available for the self-drives, and it's very famous for these campsites that's just here on the Luangwa River. Now camping on the Luangwa River, here you can't get any closer than this. Croc Valley Camp has some amazing campsites, and the camping available just on the Luangwa River, as you can see behind me. And as you can see, is one of the summer huts. You can see the Luangwa River just behind it. Incredible camping for those who want to have a self-drive experience. The Hada ibis, a very notable bird, is enjoying the shade here close to the pool. No one really disturbs him here. He's become quite used to my presence. An African paradise flycatcher foraging in the canopy. And here in Zambia it can get pretty hot, especially here in South Luangwa National Park. So just like the hippos and crocodiles, you can enjoy the nice pool and cool off in this very hot place. It's a very nice pool, you can do some laps. Here I'm entering the main area, reception, some couches where you can relax. And you can find Herbert here. Croc Valley gets a lot of day visitors, almost every day. If you just wander around camp, you will get to meet a variety of animals that live here. It can get very relaxing at Croc Valley Camp. This natural hammock is an amazing spot for a massage. Always such a treat to see the green woodhoopers. The red helmet shrike is a true beauty. They are gregarious and also share a unique call, making you alert of their presence. They moved quite quickly through the camp, but gave me some good time to observe them. I think it's the trees that do it for me. There are some amazing trees here in South Luangwa National Park. The birds just enjoy these trees, and so does the animals, and us who come to camp here under these beautiful trees. What makes it so special is you can just stand here and observe all the activity that's in the river here, and you can hear the hippos. They call quite often. It's a very, those who are familiar with the hippo call, such a beautiful call and very symbolic of the Luangwa here. They call it the river that sings. Now you can interpret that in many ways. Bird sound, hippos. Sometimes you can hear some elephants screaming, hippos fighting. And I just think it's about the hippos. The river that sings. Luangwa. So I'm making my way to the bar here. My final stop here in Croc Valley Camp. A nice open bar. Open air. There are some comfortable chairs here, overlooking the Luangwa River. One of the bush shrikes found here, and a very pretty one, is the orange-breasted bush shrike. A black cuckoo shrike foraging in the leaves above the bar area. and a classic, the fork-tailed drongo. Just Leopard taking a dip. So again, thanks for watching. If you want to go on a safari with me, just follow the website link in the description below and let's make it happen. Have a nice one.